Good afternoon and welcome to The Balance of Life. I am Pastor Angel Ferguson and I thank you so very much for joining us today. Truly, this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. It is always our honor and our pleasure to come and spend some time with you in the Word of God. And today is Wednesday, and you know what we do on Wednesdays. It is Business Wellness Wednesdays. I truly believe that we should invite God in every aspect of our lives because we do know, according to Scripture, where it says, in all our ways we should acknowledge Him and He will direct our paths. And on this particular Wednesday, we have invited the founder and the president of Tampa Diamond Divas to be a part of our audience. And so help me welcome none other than Latrice Montgomery. Welcome, Latrice.
Hi, thank you for having me on your show today.
You are more than welcome. You know, I do know that we are Facebook friends and never actually talked until I sent out the invitation for being a guest on The Balance of Life. The reason why I sent out the invitations is we wanted to get back to having guests join us here on the radio. It's an opportunity to bring some exposure, some free advertisement to businesses and organizations as well as ministries. And so I prayerfully asked, who are we going to invite? The invitations went specifically, and so we did not do a general invitation. You know, sometimes people will do a post and say, how would, if you want to be, a guest on the show, we are actually sending out personalized invitations. And so I thank you for accepting our invitation. And I've seen some awesome posts done with your organization. So if you could tell me, when did the organization start and what was the passion behind starting Tampa Diamond Divas?
Well, the organization was established in 2014 of September. It's a sisterhood. We are a ladies group that gives back to the community. It's been a passion of mine for quite some time, and I just felt like this was the time to get it started. So I'm very passionate about it, and it's a group of women. We come together, we uplift each other, we're there for one another, and we give back to the community. So we enjoy that sisterly bond time that we spend with each other.
That's awesome. And when you can find like-minded individuals, it makes it even more better. And so tell me, what are your foundational moral values?
Well, my mission is to give back to the community, volunteer, and we as women, as a sisterhood, to come together to establish common goals.
Now that right there is so important because I do believe that among the sisterhood, you build each other up and support them in their purpose, goals, and dreams. I'm all about that. I absolutely love that. And so congratulations on following through on that passion and helping others to reach their goals as well. That's absolutely awesome.
Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I did notice that you all just did a spring community baby shower, and the pictures are awesome. Tell us about that.
Well, basically, during the spring, we come together with other organizations to help give baby items for families or young moms that may be in need. The car seats are like a really big priority because they're basically trying to fulfill so many families that are in need of car seats for their babies, so that when they come home from the hospital, they know that they have a car seat to take their baby home to.
And that is a big help. I actually saw some of the pictures on your Facebook page and just some of the diapers that you all did give. And let me ask you this, because I actually mention to a ministry on Monday that I would be interviewing you. And one of the things we're going to talk about is where you all adopt a classroom. And the ministry actually indicated that they had some school supplies. So yeah, so we're gonna work on that, and we're gonna allow our listening audience later on in the broadcast. I definitely want you to give your contact information, because this right here, I believe, will help drive some support to the cause that you already have established. And so I'm going to be working on some things here while I'm in New Jersey, and hopefully we are able to ship you some stuff. So I have a list of some areas, and you can jump in here and you can pick out any one or all of them that you would like to talk about. Assisting the elderly and those who are in the nursing home, young children, your back to school drive events, the young mothers that you just talked about. I have here adopting a young lady for prom every year, and adopting a classroom. So with all of those things, you can touch all of them, or you can pick one. It's totally up to you, but I like all of these things because you're touching every area in the community.
Okay. Well, I'll start off with the adopting a young lady for prom.
Yes.
Every year, we adopt a young lady from a different high school, a high school senior, and we help her prepare for prom. It's usually a young lady that's in need. We look into the students' GPA,
Mm-hmm.
and what are their future plans, and why do they think that Tampa Diamond Divas should adopt them for prom. And then that's how we establish what young lady we're going to pick.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's good. That's really good. And so do they have to fill out like an application of some sort?
No, we just pretty much go by the summary that they submit. And then I also speak with the school guidance counselor as well.
Oh, that's great. Okay, awesome. And so how do you go about with the Adopt a Classroom program?
As far as the Adopt a Classroom, pretty much the same standards. I contact one of the local elementary schools or middle schools or high schools or whatever, and whoever gets back with me first, I take it from there. I let them know what grade we would like to adopt and what it is that we're trying to do. So usually we'll adopt the classroom. We may give back book bags or Easter baskets or Valentine's Day cards, whatever may be taking place, whatever may be going on in the season at the time, or if the school is in need of a specific item, we will volunteer or give that back to the classroom as well.
Awesome. You know what? I just had on last week a new author that we have. She's coming up for us to publish her book of poetry. But she is actually in the school system also in Tampa. Her name is Cynthia Gaston. And she has a set of books on anti-bullying.
Oh,
and
okay.
So as you were talking, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can connect the two of you.
Okay.
And she has a couple of great books that deal with bullying and as well as in the home. She has one, Mom Had a Problem, Dad Had a Problem. And there's another one, Big Billy Bully Bob. And so while you were talking, I'm like, oh God, that's an awesome contact. So I'm writing myself a note and seeing if I can connect the two of you and about possibly maybe getting you some books.
Okay, that would be great.
And that right there would actually help with your Adopt a Classroom as well as your back to school event that you
Sounds
do.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yes, ma'am. So see, I'm already thinking about how I can get some ministries or some other individuals that I know of that can help support what you do. And that's what it's all about when it's about community and you see an organization that's actually wanting to make a positive impact in the community, and it helps. To me, it inspires others. And so I definitely want to make sure that here at the Balance of Life that we are showing you some support and just sharing the word about what it is that you and the organization have already accomplished and what you are looking forward to accomplishing here in the future. So tell me, how many members do you have in your sisterhood for Tampa Diamond Divas?
We have about 25 members, but I would say 20 that are active.
Okay. I definitely, and I can definitely connect with that one, especially when it comes to the ministry side. You have a lot of members, but then you have your faithful and your active, but they are yet a part of the organization. That's absolutely awesome. Tell me a little bit. I believe we did talk about the elderly and how you reach out to them for those who are in the nursing homes. I do know that because of the pandemic, things have changed and we can't go in like we used to, but you all have come up with a very creative way to continue servicing and showing love to the elderly. So share that with us.
Well, pretty much around Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, we visit the elderly. And we usually are able to go inside and decorate the rec room. But due to the pandemic, we've been doing a lot of things outside in the parking lot. We still decorated the area, and the residents were able to come to their windows and just kind of look out the windows and wave. So we had the Valentine's decorations and candies and all the little socks and goodies for them. And like I said, they were able to come to the windows and wave, and we were able to leave the goodies there for them. And one of the employees were handing out the bags.
That's absolutely awesome. If you've just tuned in, you've tuned into the Balance of Life, and I am Pastor Angel Ferguson. I thank you so very much for joining us. I'm going to take a break, but we'll be back in a moment. And welcome back to the Balance of Life. We do have the founder and the president of Tampa Diamond Divas with us, Latrice Montgomery. And let me tell you something. I'm learning so much about the organization, and I absolutely love how when you describe the different events, you can tell it is your passion. You are one with it, which makes it easier for you to discuss. I say that about anything that we do. When we become one with it, we don't hesitate or struggle to discuss it. And so I just feel your passion in what you have been gifted to do, because, not everybody can do this. Not everybody can do this. So what are your plans? What are your goals? Where do you see this expanding? Do you see you all expanding through different cities and counties?
Well, as far as cities and counties, I haven't quite thought that far yet, but you never know.
Right.
But I would like to expand as a number size in the group. Someday I would like to have 1,000 Tampa Diamond Divas in the ladies' social group. But I never thought about cities. That's interesting.
Because when you think about expanding, you just look at different chapters in different locations. And so maybe a chapter in, because you have Tampa, so Orlando, different chapters in Florida. And who knows, what if someone within the membership, and this is just putting it out there because I am a visionary, and I do believe in growth. What if someone within your membership decides to say move to New York and they want to expand it there?
Yes.
That's something.
That's big. I never really thought about that.
Yes, that is. And so just consider it. You never know where it would expand just by you taking that leap of faith one day and deciding this is what I'm going to do. Because I can almost imagine when you started off, did you ever imagine that the things that you already have accomplished with the membership and in the community, did you ever think that it would expand as far as it has now?
No, I didn't. Because we started off so small, I just figured things would remain small. But it seems like my vision started getting bigger and bigger, and it's even bigger.
Yes, and because Scripture tells us, despise not the day of small beginnings. We all have to start somewhere, and it starts small. And the more we give to it, and we give with our whole heart, and like I said, in all your ways, when you acknowledge God and let Him direct your path, He expands. And our visions should scare us because they're supposed to be bigger than us.
Yes.
And so that's just something to consider. Listen, one day I'm going to look up on your timeline and I'm going to see a chapter over here and a chapter over there. And listen, I'm going to go back and say, yep, I spoke it. That's the way it should be. And so I'm just so excited about what you are doing. And I do know you said your anniversary is in September. And here's the thing, when I see something, and I just believe it's really good, when I saw the sowing of the seed for your last anniversary, this is how I was so impressed with what you all do. And I don't say a lot on social media. I keep going, I post for ministry, that's about it. I really don't talk a lot on social media. But when I saw it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. Never talk to you at all. But I'm like, I'm going to do this because I just see something good.
Yes. And thank you.
Listen, I'm looking forward to see what you all are going to do for your anniversary. I thought it was a good idea to give the year, and so see, you weren't being greedy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You weren't being greedy. Give a seed, which is our year of anniversary, and you can definitely see where it's going to. Sometimes an organization can say that they're doing stuff, but they don't see the fruit of it.
Yes.
But I see the fruit of your labor.
Thank you.
You are welcome. So right now, I want you to plug in and give us your email address. And we're going to talk more, but I want you to give us your email address. And then I want you to talk about how you take donations for your program. So give us your email address.
Our email address is Tampa Diamond Divas, and Divas is with a Z, DIVAZ, @gmail.com. We take donations at this time by Cash App, which is Latrice DD President. Also, if you don't have Cash App, you can also reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram by Messenger, and we can take it from there.
Awesome. And I actually, while we're on the air, and that's why I love multitasking, I have your page up. And so just looking at the different photos and things, listen, you all really get out there. This right here is awesome. You guys really get out there in the community. And you know what? I believe we talked about the PTA. Tell me about how you guys sometimes go and help with the PTA.
As far as the PTA, we attend like the different school events when they have family nights, or if the school is having a school concert. We may ask to be a part of it by setting up a table being a vendor to provide snacks or school supplies or whatever it is the school may be requesting us to bring.
Okay. Awesome. And you know what? I'm looking at these. I see Greco Middle School. My son went there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my son went there, and I remember the times of helping with PTA because even when they were in elementary school, I would do the newsletter. So I know what it's like to get involved. Let's talk about the sisterhood that you all have and share, because I believe that is so important. Have you seen others within the group go after their goals and dreams since being a part of the group? How have you seen the individuals develop?
Let me tell you, I'm almost in tears, but this sisterhood really means a lot to me. I share that with the ladies all the time, and I tell them that I know sometimes I may seem over the top, but this passion, your passion is not going to be my passion, you know?
Right.
Sometimes people don't feel what you feel. And I always say God chose me. Sometimes I'm still puzzled about why he chose me, but I feel like God chose me, and he chose me for a reason. All the ladies mean so much to me, and they all bring something different to the table. And it's some ladies that came in so quiet, and now they're like open, and they're speaking up for themselves, or they're making themselves look prettier, or they're wearing makeup. And I tell the ladies all the time, sometimes we get so caught up in our everyday lives that we forget about ourselves. And it's very important that as women that we make time for ourselves, you know, even if it's just us coming together for a few minutes, chit-chatting, or going out to eat, or, you know, making something, or just bonding. That time means a lot, because a lot of women don't make time for themselves. So it's a very important, meaningful sisterhood.
And we definitely need that. You're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you should say that, taking time for yourself, because in the day-to-day of life and family, those little things get neglected, and we are the last ones to really take care of ourselves. And so having a sisterhood that encourages you to say, girl, you know, what is it that you like to wear? And let's go do a little shopping. Let's just go have some downtime. You know, especially when the children become adults, and you're empty nester, and it's you and your spouse. And then I think it's also good for the single woman as well to just get out amongst your peers and talk about life. And so I think that's so important. That's absolutely awesome. And so I heard you say sometimes you wonder why God chose you to do this. Listen, you're wearing many hats, and they are needed, because how many women would step up to the plate to want to pull that out of another woman?
Very few.
Yes, very few. And so I think that goes to your unselfish nature.
Yes.
And that's absolutely awesome. I am so very, very glad. And I was thinking I was trying to see, I think we have some mutual friends. You know how sometimes you get friends of friends? And I often think, I'm like, how did we become friends? But I'm glad that we did. And like I said, I watch, I see, I admire, and it's absolutely awesome what I see you all do. I do know that you all, at times when you can, you take the trips together. I do know, you know, with the pandemic, that kind of slows us down, but taking trips and doing fun stuff, even if it's bowling, or I think I saw you all did a painting with a twist.
Yes. We just did painting with a twist last Saturday.
How was that? You know, I've never done that. How was it?
It was really nice. Actually, this is our second time doing it. The first time we painted a lady in a hat, and then this past Saturday we painted the crown, the lady wearing the crown, because our theme is queens this year. So that's why we chose that painting, the lady wearing the crown.
Okay, that's absolutely awesome. And talking about symbolism, I do see that you all have, is it a green diamond?
Yes, a green diamond.
Absolutely. Awesome. Yes. And I see you holding it, and actually we're going to have some flyers done up just to talk about the organization, and with your permission, put them on our website, because we definitely want to make sure that we support what you do in the community. And I just think it's awesome. Let me ask you this, or were you all childhood friends, or did you meet these ladies along your journey in life?
Well, actually, yes. Actually, most of the ladies, I met them throughout my journey of life. Some are from school, church, work. Some of us work together. And then some may have come through other ladies in the social group.
Okay, awesome. So what school did you go to?
I attended Gaither High School, class of 90.
Okay.
Best high school
wait
ever.
a minute. I beg to differ. I'm a Titan. But wait a minute. We can agree it was an awesome year, because I graduated in 90. Awesome year, best year ever. I'm a Titan. I'm a Titan though.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Okay. Wait a minute. Static. They're static, and you can't get through to that one. Yes, but an awesome year. And so that is absolutely awesome when you can have those that you went to school with. And so we never know when the bond is going to be created, but you carried it through. And so I think that's absolutely awesome. I really do. Absolutely awesome. And so this organization, if you would like to connect and just be a part of this, and you're sowing into something good, let me tell you something. This is good ground that you are sowing into. It's giving back to our next generation, which is our children, as well as taking care of the elderly, which is our parents and our grandparents. And it is definitely good ground. I can absolutely assure you that the parents are happy that, when you do connect with the school. I know I would be very proud to know that a good organization has connected to my children's school, when they were that age. And even with my granddaughter, I have an 8-year-old granddaughter, I love to hear about her day and who came to help at the school. I love to hear about things such as that. So listen, hats off to you, because I know it's not easy, but balancing life, and then doing something like that. So we're going to take a break. And when I come back, I want to find out how often do you all do something? Is it once a month or it's quarterly? But we'll be back in a moment. And welcome back to the Balance of Life. I'm Pastor Angel Ferguson, and I am enjoying our conversation with the founder and president of Tampa Diamond Divas. And no matter what platform you have tuned in today, listen, we thank you and we appreciate you being a part of our ministry family. Whether you have tuned in with iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts, Podchaser, Pod Addict, Deezer, Radio Online, YouTube, Spotify, no matter what platform, we appreciate you being here with us. And guess what? You can go back after this particular broadcast and you can download it, you can share it, you can listen again. But one thing is for sure is I want you to listen out for the contact information And look out for the expansion for this particular organization. I am so very, very appreciative that our invitation was accepted. So what I want to ask you now is I want to find out, in your planning session, do you all do something once a month, quarterly? How do you go about spacing out your year of events that you partake in?
Well, we meet twice a month. The events are placed on a calendar.
Okay.
And every year in January, we have like a yearly meeting, and we discuss all of the things that we would like to do or want to do, or what we want to do as far as the sisterhood, and what we would like to do as far as in the community. And then it's placed on a calendar, and we follow that calendar throughout the year. Most of the time, there's no changes unless Mother Nature or like the pandemic.
Right.
But for the most part, we meet twice a month, and we follow through on whatever event it is that we're going to do.
Okay, that's awesome. You know, this right here just popped into my mind because, like I said, I'm just a visionary. Have you all done any virtual events?
Yes, and since the pandemic, we came up with, we have Zoom night. So every Wednesday, we have Zoom night at 7:30.
That is awesome. That's absolutely awesome. So on your Zoom night, you guys just kind of chop it up and chat and check on each other?
Yes, and then in the beginning, we started off as doing themes, like everybody wore a cute hat, or your favorite wine, or your favorite color. So that's kind of like faded away, but we're still meeting every night at 7:30 on Zoom.
Okay, that's absolutely awesome. That's awesome. I actually have to figure out sometime this weekend. My granddaughter wants to learn how to make soap.
Oh.
Yes, so that means I'm going to have to go to Michael's and I get some of the block of soap, and we're going to have to do it on FaceTime.
Sounds like fun.
You know what? And I'm going to tell you, it's so easy. It's very easy, and you can create whatever scents that you want. And a block of soap in Michael's costs about $9.99. And you can get olive oil soap, goat's milk. You can get any kind of soap. You melt it down, which I like to do it in a bowl and put it in the microwave. And when it melts down, it's now liquefied. And you can pour your favorite scents in it. If you want an exfoliant, I've tried coffee grounds. And then you pour it in molds. And you can put it in the refrigerator, or you can leave it out on the counter, and then you have your own custom scented soaps.
We might have to try that.
Yes, ma'am. So I love crafts, and so she wants to do that. Actually, for the ministry here on, we did some for Women's Day in September. I taught the ladies at the church how to do custom scented soaps, and then they got some in their bags as gifts. And then another craft I like to do is doing custom dishes. Do you not know that you can take nail polish, get the aluminum pans, the deep ones, fill it up with cold water. You can drop whatever color polish you want in it, and take a plate. We did white plates, and you can swirl it in there, and you can create your own design. So just craft something, you guys. If you guys want to do a craft night and you can't get out and you're doing your Zoom, have everybody set up in their own house, do some dishes, do some soap, and you got a craft night.
Writing it down as we speak.
And you know what? I think on my page, I did do a video, but I'll definitely email you over the instructions if you would like to do those two crafts. And it's just something fun, and you have your own design. And listen, I've taken a cleaned out Pringles can, poured the soap in it with roses, and I love rose oil. And I put it in there, and I'll put it in the refrigerator, and I let it form. And all you have to do is peel the paper off of the Pringles can, and then you have this long cylinder of soap. And then you can cut it in slices. So, girl, yes, I got some crafts for you. We're going to have some fun. All right, so do you have any upcoming events?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Well, right now we're working on our annual Family and Friends Day.
Okay.
And we're preparing for a girls' trip to Destin. And we're getting ready for some of our holiday events. We're working on that as well.
Okay. Okay, so your annual, you said friends and family?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the members, and they can invite family, and you all just get together and fellowship.
Yes, and usually we do it like at a park, and we bring a big potluck, and we eat and play games, and, just get to know each other on a different level.
You know, that's just awesome. And I'm just really thinking about the whole sisterhood thing, because when you talk about sisterhood, it's being there throughout the seasons of an individual's life.
Yes.
And I think that's so important, to have someone there, not just in the good times, but in the rough times.
Yes, I agree.
That is absolutely awesome. I am learning so much about Tampa Diamond Divas, because when you look and you listen on her page, and it's Latrice Montgomery on Facebook, and then there's also the Instagram, you can see all of the photos, and if you email, I'm quite sure she would not mind sharing certain things. For the main part, on her personal page, I do see a lot of the events and photos that you all take together, and just at different times, and it's absolutely awesome. I really, really like this, and like I said, to be there with a person in the different seasons of their lives, that means some births and grandkids, and especially when you all are pretty much around the same age.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Absolutely love this. And so give us again your Instagram and your email address, because I really want those who are interested to make connections, so that we can find out how we can help grow this vision and to grow your passion, because it takes a community to do something that you're doing. So give us your Instagram and your email and your Cash App again.
Our Cash App is Latrice DD President. And our email address is Tampa Diamond Divas. And Divas is with a Z, DIVAZ, @gmail.com. And we can also be found on Instagram. It's EST, established in 2014, and Facebook under Latrice Montgomery.
All right. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more. I'm enjoying this, and I hope that you're enjoying it as well. And welcome back to The Balance of Life. Listen, I am enjoying this conversation today with the founder and president of Tampa Diamond Divas, and we have a few more questions, and we just really want her to just share with us if you have a website in progress. I do believe we talked about you have in the works for a website, which I know it's going to be awesome. It's really going to drive more people to your platform. And then if you could tell us, are there open opportunities to become a member? So let's talk about that.
Yes, there are open opportunities for other women to become members. The age is 30 and up. If you would like to be a Tampa Diamond Diva, you can contact me, Latrice Montgomery, by email, tampadiamonddivas@gmail.com. You can also send me a message through Facebook or Instagram, through Messenger as well. I would love to have you I'm always open to new members.
That's awesome. And so, see, that goes back to that vision part. Because what if you have satellite members? Because if we're not in Tampa, but we want to do the membership, that is how you get satellite members in your chapter. So, do you have yearly or quarterly dues?
Yes, we have monthly dues. There is a membership fee, a $25 membership fee, and we have monthly dues. And the dues are used for our community events, the events that you see taking place on our Facebook and Instagram page.
Okay. And the reason why I said that is because, and I'm going to use me. I'll never get in trouble for using me. That's my motto. I ain't going to get in trouble for using me. My schedule is so busy that for me, and I love stuff like this, I just really don't have the time, because on Mondays is television ministry. And believe it or not, when I had to revamp my schedule, I have an assistant who lives in Tampa. She's actually a teacher. She has scheduled, because my parents live here in New Jersey. She has on my schedule on Monday, that's my mom's time. So when I'm done with, in the morning with uploading videos for television ministry, can you not believe that my calendar is blocked for the rest of the day and it says Mom and Me, and it shows up on my calendar, and she does not really allow me to reschedule. you know, she'd be like, don't try it. Yeah, that's what my mom says. Don't try it. And she actually said to Audra, when we were doing my schedule, she said, can I talk to Audra? So I'm like, sure. She said, can you make sure I'm on the calendar? I said, did you really just pull rank on me? And then Tuesday through Thursday is radio. And then Saturday mornings if I have a class to teach. And so here's where satellite would work better for me. Membership and paying dues. And so that's why I'm still being a part. And then the travel for me. The reason why I haven't really traveled back and forth is because of the pandemic. But quarterly, every 3 months, I was coming back and forth. And so to me, if you have someone, say, who's listening and say, you know what, I'd like to be a part of that. Can I join in membership and do monthly dues, and knowing that I'm still being a part of the vision for this organization? That right there is expansion. I'm a firm believer that we are going to be in places that our feet will never touch.
Yes.
And so consider that. Think about that.
I will.
Yep. When is your membership drive? Is it a certain time of the year?
Well, pretty much it's like throughout the year. Because sometimes we may have a membership drive during our yearly meetings, because we have yearly meetings. One is in January, one is in June, and then one at the end of the year in October. Okay. So sometimes if it's close around to that time, I will just invite them to our yearly meeting. Okay. But sometimes I may meet people when I'm out and about. Right. Yeah.
Okay. So, listen, I'm going to be praying that you expand to the ends of the earth. I'm going to. That's right. Because I like what you're doing. And I think it's important, and it will inspire others. They might take hold of what you're doing and what God has allowed you to do, and say, you know what, I feel that same passion, that same pull, and I'm going to get started. And that's how it really works. Yes. Not to imitate, but we are to multiply.
Yes, I agree.
We are to multiply. So I'm going to be praying, because I just want you to expand and grow in the areas that God would have you to grow and expand. And I want the organization to reach souls, because that is what you're doing. And so very, very proud to have had this opportunity to talk to you and just let you share with the organization. And we are coming upon our time to close. Is there a final word you would like to share?
I like when you said that my feet will reach places I've never been.
Mm-hmm.
That just kind of stood out at me.
And that will conclude our interview with this awesome ministry. Thank you.